Support WrestleTalk!
Donate on Patreon. Hello and welcome to the WrestleTalk News. I'm Ollie Davis. And I don't know about you, but I love food. All types of food. Stuffed crust pizza, margarita pizza, pepperoni stuffed crust pizza, double pepperoni stuffed crust pizza. I'm a bit of a foodie, me, which means I'm very excited for the WWE Network's potential new show. In an interview with AfterBuzz TV at the Hall of Fame ceremony, WWE presenter Kathy Kelly revealed she pitched a cooking interview hybrid show for the network, where the superstars would cook their favourite food or what they eat on the road or a recipe from their family. A pilot with Becky Lynch as the first guest has already been filmed for the series. We all know Becky would be cooking some kind of quinoa dish, and the New Day would chaotically make pancakes. But what would Braun Strowman eat? Click the I in the top right to vote. At least we know if WWE ever do get CM Punk to return, which they likely won't, he sure won't be cooking anything to do with chickpeas, because Batista tweeted a video the other week about how much Punk hates chickpeas. It took me ages to work out that segue. Do you know how hard it is to transition between some of these topics? Similar to how I call my best friend in the whole wide world, co-executive vice president of Impact Wrestling Don Callis, on the phone most weeks, the Young Bucks have revealed they are still in regular contact with former WWE wrestler CM Punk. When Sporting News asked the Bucks about either CM Punk or Daniel Bryan appearing at the Bullet Club's All In show this September, Matt Jackson replied on Bryan, "He was definitely an option we wanted." Bullet Club leader Cody Rhodes was teasing as much late last year, calling out Bryan on social media and using the yes lock to finish some of his matches. But with Bryan now being medically cleared to wrestle in WWE again, that looks highly unlikely. Punk, however, is slightly more possible, given that the Bullet Club show will take place in his beloved home city of Chicago, and that he already teased being all in, although he did later reveal that was a trolling reference to the Chicago Cubs. Matt Jackson still appears hopeful though. I will say this, I text message Punk on a weekly basis. We're good friends. We talk wrestling. He still loves wrestling, of course he does. We're pro wrestlers, that's what we do. Even when you quit or retire or whatever, it's still in your blood. Punk's next MMA fight will be against Mike Jackson at June 9th's UFC 225 in Chicago, which could be the 39-year-old's last match if he suffers a second loss, at which point he might be rather free come September the 1st. And if he ever wanted to merge his two loves of MMA and professional wrestling, he could just hang out in the Ring of Honor locker room. According to the latest Wrestling Observer newsletter, there was a locker room fight before the 14th of April ROH show in Pittsburgh. Apparently, an extra backstage at the event was sitting in Christopher Daniels' chair. When the extra was asked to move, he evidently got mouthy about it and ended up in an argument with Flip Gordon that turned into a fight, which Gordon, who has an MMA background, won quickly. Thankfully, nobody got hurt past some food being stepped on. Good God almighty! That double pepperoni stuffed crust pizza's been broken in half! Attention pledge hammers, i.e. those who donate to WrestleTalk's Patreon page. This month's episode of Ramble Club is now available to $10 and above backers, where Luke and I review Zack Sabre Jr.'s entire New Japan Cup run and Sakura Genesis match against Kazuchika Okada, Matt Riddle versus James Ellsworth, and more. And of course, the latest installment of myself and Luke reading WWE's Big Apple Takedown book from 2006, where members of the WWE roster have to take down a meth lab. It's incredible. This month, Vince McMahon beats up a car door and is rude to a waitress. Click the P image on screen now to become a pledge hammer today and get access to loads of Patreon exclusive WrestleTalk content. And click the videos for more wrestling fun.